Hello there, Father John here. I hope you're keeping well and safe wherever you are. I hope you are also continuing to follow directives from health experts so that together we can kick away this virus from our midst. This Wednesday of the second week of Eastertide, we continue with our meditation, continue with our reflections. What we do on this channel is that we offer you a word or two that can be a starting point for your own prayer session, for your own reflection, for your own meditation. And so we still again invite you to like, to subscribe to this channel, and also to click that bell sign so that when a new clip comes in, you are always reminded. Many of us have never been to prisons, at least as prisoners. And so many of us may not know the experience of prisoners in prison. But one thing we know about prison life is that freedom is curtailed. You do not, as a prisoner, move in and move out whenever you want or however you want. You do not do what you want as a prisoner because your freedom is curtailed. These days of COVID-19, many of us also feel like prisoners because many of us, rightly so, are encouraged to stay at home, are encouraged to stay indoors. Many of us have been indoors now for the 6th week. Many of us are in confinement, rightly so that we can curtail the spread of this virus, so that we can cut this out, so that we can stop it, so that it does not spread further. And so we feel more or less as prisoners. We feel we have this barrier. Our movement is restricted. Our places are closed. Our plans are shuttered. All we had, our normal life is changed. It stopped in its tracks, so to speak. So we feel like prisoners, even in our own houses, even in our own rooms. But it's for the good reason, so that we can cut the spread, we can stop the spread of COVID-19. The first reading that the church proposes for us this Wednesday is from Acts chapter 5, verse 17 to 26. In this reading, two gentlemen had been thrown into prison, Peter and John. And in this reading, the officials sent the captain to pick them from the prison. But they don't find them there. They find the prison open. And a man comes and says, the men you threw into prison are in the temple preaching the risen Christ. How so? They have gained their freedom, not through some human instrumentality. No, they have gained their freedom through the power of God. So during these days in which we are confined, as I said, we feel like we are also prisoners, so to speak. We feel like we're living a life of prisoners. Barriers have been created. Plans have been put on hold. Some have been cancelled altogether. But that's just physical barrier. What this COVID-19 can also do, or may be doing in some people's life, it is also creating spiritual prisons, manifesting themselves as fear, as pessimism, as lack of motivation, as impatience, as boredom, name them. Things that hinder growth spiritually, mentally, not just physically. Fear, pessimism, lack of motivation, impatience, boredom, because now that we are restricted physically, we could also become prisoners spiritually or mentally. So how can we then overcome such barriers? How can we, like Peter and John, regain our freedom, spiritual freedom, even if physically we're restricted? Maybe you can do this by just being a little bit optimistic. That even in our restricted circumstances, we can begin to see possibilities. Maybe this is the time to interact more with our family members now that we have more time with them. Maybe we can read more. Maybe we can pray more. Maybe we can play with our kids more. We can see possibilities even in these circumstances. Maybe we can also be more patient with ourselves, patient with others, always knowing that good things take time, that it always takes time, but it will always get better, even as it delays. Maybe we can continue to listen more to advice from the experts, advice from people who know well their stuff. Because as I said in the previous clips, there's also lots of fake news circulating all over the place. So when we listen to good advice from the experts, is one way to remain free mentally, spiritually. Maybe like Peter and John, we can continue to look up from our confinement, from our cells, from our prisons, so to speak. We can continue to look up, because with Christ we will win. With Christ we will overcome. With Christ we will overcome not just COVID-19, but we will overcome all other barriers. Let us continue to look up in prayer with hope, patience, and optimism, like Peter and like John. Let us continue to keep alive the words that Jesus taught us, that our Father listens to us. And He listens to us every single day. And He listens to us and He gives us our freedom, our spiritual freedom, our physical freedom, our mental freedom. And so now we call upon Him saying, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not in temptations, but deliver us from evil. Amen. And may Almighty God bless you all, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Have a blessed day.